Hello, everyone. Today I will be taking you all back in time to one of the most infamous moments in sports history, the Black Sox Scandal of 1919. Imagine being the best baseball team in the world, but losing to an underdog team on purpose, all for greed. The Chicago White Sox team of 1919 had conspired with gamblers and told them that if they were to lose the World Series, that there would be a split of all the gamblers' money with the players. In this speech, I will be telling you all about the conspiracy, key figures involved with the scandal, and how it was covered up and exposed. This event is significant because it changed the rules for all sports forever. The 1919 World Series was a matchup between the powerhouse Chicago White Sox and the underdog Cincinnati Reds. But behind the scenes, there was something way bigger going on. A group of Chicago White Sox players conspired with professional gamblers to intentionally lose the World Series in exchange for a split of the gamblers' winnings. The players were bitter from the low pay by the team owner, Charles Comiskey. Only 8 of the 21 players on the White Sox roster had agreed to throw the games for pay, which would have been a significant increase to the amount that they would have gotten if they were to have played fair. Which brings me to my next point. Who were the key figures involved in this scandal? According to Society of American Baseball Research, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Eddie Cicotte, and Chick Gandil were all 3 players involved. I'll start off with the biggest name of this scandal, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Jackson was a star for the Sox, batting .351 on the season. He was accused of taking money from the gamblers but never throwing the games. In the World Series, he batted .375 with 12 hits and 6 RBIs. Until this day, nobody has been able to prove that he threw. The next person I will be talking about is the team's ace, Eddie Cicotte. Cicotte admitted to hitting the first batter of the series as a signal to let the gamblers and the other players know that the deal was on. And the last player is Chick Gandil. Gandil was known as the ringleader of the whole scandal. He was close with many big gamblers such as Arnold Rothstein, a powerful figure who is believed to be the person who funded it all. According to the Mob Museum, Rothstein was a kingpin of a Jewish mob. All around, these men risked their whole careers and reputations in order to make money and prove a point to their own team's owner. Even players like Buck Weaver were banned even though he didn't sign off on any of the deal. He knew of it and failed to report it, which ultimately ended his career. For some time, players and their team officials kept quiet, although the gamblers did not pay the full amount that they had promised to the players. Fans and the media knew that there was some sort of corruption going on during this time. Even Reds and White Sox players knew that something was off. Eventually, the truth came out. Under the guilt of all the pressure, Eddie Cicotte and Shoeless Joe Jackson confessed before a grand jury, shocking the entire country. This ended up being a wake-up call for the sport, knowing that there will always be some sort of corruption in the sport. MLB's new commissioner, Kenesaw Mountain Landis, banned all 8 of the players involved, and their rules became far more strict. The Black Sox scandal wasn't just getting rid of the players involved, it was a betrayal of trust and how people will do anything for greed. But 2 questions remain. Did Shoeless Joe Jackson really try to throw the games? And would the players have done it if they were getting paid properly? If the Black Sox scandal has taught me anything, it is that corruption will creep in any chance it has, and that the truth always comes to light. Thank you for listening to my speech about the Black Sox scandal of 1919, an event that has changed sports forever.